All right, welcome to part 2 of how to create a blog post in the WordPress site. So if you have not yet watched the first video, please do so before you watch this one. Things will just make a lot more sense. Right, I just want to continue with the images as I didn't finish everything I wanted to say about it in the previous video. So remember how we said how you have to upload media to the WordPress database before adding it to the blog post. And remember, we did it here in the blog post itself by clicking on Add Media. Now, you have to do the same with your featured image. Your featured image, as I mentioned previously, is that image that you will see on the home page of the blog. Now, this image needs to be a clear, catchy image. If you don't have one, make one. Go into PowerPoint or any other artist tool, and you can even add images, add writing to it, take a screenshot of it, and then upload that screenshot as your featured image. So let's just hypothetically just use a random image that I will find here. How about a dolphin? Okay. So for your featured image, you do not need to write a caption. Now, when you add any kind of media, video, image, or GIF to your blog post, you have to reference it. Now, referencing on a blog is very different to referencing in academic journals. So I don't expect you to write the standard reference that you have been taught. For this purpose of this particular assignment, the only thing you need to do is just to write source and then insert the link where you got that image from. Now, if you have this enormous long link from an image that you grabbed from Google Images, please use something like Google URL shortener. Just Google URL shortener and you'll see it drop down there. And you can just add any link, click it, drop it in the bar, click shorten URL, and you'll find a tiny little URL just like this, which you can add to your source right there, right here. Okay, so that's about your images. Please always have a caption so I know what your image is about. You don't have to have image numbers as you have to do with your academic projects. Then I just quickly want to discuss some of these things which I missed in the previous video. So you'll see the little quotation marks. These are to add a quote and it looks, or it can display very formally in your blog post. So just hit the quotation marks and then you can add your quote, for example. Oops. All right, so you can see how it displays there. And that would be your quotation or your quote. Then there is another visual aid that you can use to help your reader make sense of your blog post. And it is called your horizontal line. So if you add this to your blog post, it is a simple gray line in the center of your page. You can't change the color, you can't change the placement, i.e. make it left or right aligned. It stays in the center and it's just to help your reader maybe differentiate between two parts of the blog post. However you want to use it, you don't even need to use it if you don't want to. And then another thing which I forgot to mention was your indentations. So you're welcome to use this to structure your paragraphs, make them slightly indented, which is perhaps easier to read. Totally up to you. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. Right. Now, the most important and crucial element of this blog post is this little icon here, which is your insert read more tag. Now, if we can just head over to the blog homepage, you will see two different blog posts and how differently they are displayed. So these two, you can see the continue reading link. Okay. You just as a side note, you cannot change the color of the links. It is already set and fixed in the blog's setup. Okay. Now, if you don't insert that read more tag, your blog post will display like this one on the left-hand side. It will display the blog post in its entirety on the home page. Now imagine we have 100 blog posts on the home page displaying in their entirety. It will be chaos, absolute mayhem, right? So please, please, please use that continue reading tag. If you're not going to use it, I will follow up with you. I will hunt you down. I won't hunt you, but I'll find you and I'll make you insert that read more tag. It will greatly enhance the user experience of our blog. And remember, our blog is a visual display of what's happening in marketing at Stellenbosch University, and we want to make it look as good as possible. Right. So how to insert this continue reading tag? Now, for the purpose of my explanation, I will use this blog post that we have right here. So you can see here the blog post is written. So after about 1 or 2 sentences, not 10 sentences, please just always make sure your first 2 sentences are the most intriguing and grabbing sentences besides your headline. And that will make the reader click on that click more link to read your whole blog post. Okay, so we're going to insert that read more tag in between these 2 sentences right here. So hit enter and then click on insert read more. And you'll see this little dotted line with more in the middle will appear. Always click update once you've made changes to your blog post. See, we're not saving a draft because this is already published. I update my published post. In your case, it would be save the draft. Right, and if we head back to your home page, refresh the page. And there you'll see the post condensed. Okay, so please do not forget to add the continue reading tag to your blog post. Then, good luck with uploading and creating your blog posts. Just as a reminder, we only start tracking the likes, shares, and comments and visits, not likes, sorry, on your post from Wednesday. So if you're going to start hustling today or tomorrow and generate traffic to your blog post, it will not count. Okay, so use today and tomorrow to make sure your blog is looking snazzy and perfect and ready to start driving traffic to your blog post on Wednesday. All right, that's it from my side. Happy blogging.